Hi everyone, today we are looking at a question like this, and this is from PSLE year 2012. Okay, now a bakery and a library, they are 120 meters apart. All right, so they are located between Hong's house and Jaya's house. So what we want to do is we want to draw a timeline. All right, we want to say that this is the bakery. All right, or in fact, I would say that this is, sorry, I apologize, but this is Hong's house, and then we want to say that this is Jaya's house. Make sense so far? Okay, we like to have two timeline because there are two subject here. Okay, simple. Okay, now they say that the bakery and the library are 120 meters apart. Okay, and the bakery is exactly halfway between the two houses. That is a very important information. Okay, so we want to make sure that the bakery is exactly halfway. So bakery is over here. So we can write down bake over here, and then we can write down bake over here. Okay, so this is exactly halfway, which is extremely important. Okay, extremely important. Okay, now one day, Hong and Jaya started cycling from their houses at the same time. So Hong is going towards this side, and then Jaya is going towards this side, correct? So when I see something like this, I know meets up question, right? Why is that so? Because they both are cycling towards one another. Agree so far? All right, now, so what are you going to do now is, of course, you know that both of them are going towards each other, and they are going to the library. Okay, so come, can I ask you a question, right? If this is Hong, all right, and this is Jaya, okay, where do you think the library is? Where do you think the library is? Is the library closer to Hong or is closer to Jaya? So we don't know, right? How to know if something is closer to you?
We can know.
We know, right, from the second sentence. Agree so far? Agree so far?
Yeah.
Jaya cycled at 70 meters per minute while Hong cycled 15 minutes faster than Jaya. You realize that they both started together and they arrived at the library together. You agree so far? So if they both cycled together and arrived at the library together, okay, that's a good point. Now, the second point, the part that will tell you, right, where is the library, it actually depends here. You understand so far? You see, who is faster? Jaya is at 70 meter per minute, correct? But Hong is at 85, you know. Even though Hong is faster, but Hong reached the same time as Jaya, it means that the library is nearer to Jaya. Do you understand so far? All right, from the bakery, or in fact, the distance between the bakery and the library is actually 120. So we put 120 over here. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right, where's the library? The library is over here. Make sense? Now, so we know that Jaya will obviously reach the library faster. Agree? So then I say that this is 120 meters. You agree so far? Okay, now, so this is something that I always do, right? If you say that this is 120, you have to mirror image to this side and say that this amount is also equals to 120 meters. Okay, and when I say that this is 120, then I also have to mirror down and I say that this is 120 meters. Can you see that? Okay, now when I do this right now, why is this so important? Because if you know that from bakery to library is 120, then from this point to the bakery is also 120. They are the same. You must see that they are the same. Okay, now where is Hong? Hong is currently here. Where is Jaya? Jaya is currently here. Does that make sense to you? Okay, now how am I going to solve a question like that? Of course, maybe we can solve A first, right? How much further did Hong cycle than Jaya? Right? So how much further did Hong cycle than Jaya? Let's see. Hong has to travel from here all the way to here. True? Whereas for Jaya, she has to travel only from here, her house, all the way to the library, which is a way shorter distance. Make sense? What is the difference? The difference is basically whatever that I'm going to highlight in pink right now. The difference is this. Can you relate to this? Why? Because this is actually, this part, let's call this 1 unit, right? This is actually the same as this 1 unit. Does that make sense? Right? So the difference, that is the reason why your A answer, right, has to be 120 plus 120. So for A itself, right, 120 meters plus 120 meters equals to 240 meters. Okay, so that is the difference. In fact, I will call this the difference in the distance. Right? The difference in the distance. Does that make sense to you? Now, A is done, we go to B. How far? So that means they are asking for the distance. Okay, is Jaya's house from the library? How far is Jaya's house from the library? So they actually want you to find whatever that is over here. Can you see that? Can you see that? Okay, so the first thing you want to do, right, is since you know that the difference in distance is 240, do you know the difference in the speed? Do you know the difference in the speed?
Yeah.
What is the difference in the speed?
50.
Very good. So difference divided by difference, what do you get? We are going to write out first, difference in distance is equal to 240 meters. Then the difference in speed is equals to 15 meter per minute. So what we can do, right, is to find the time, right? So what you want to do now is you want to do the difference in distance over the difference in speed. All right, so we get to 240 divided by 15. All right, what do we get? 16. Now this is 16 minutes. All right, so do note now, when I do difference divided by difference, what happens to my difference? I have to cancel out the difference. When I cancel out the difference, what I get over here, right, is my actual time. It is not the difference in time. You understand what I'm saying? Right, this is the actual time. The question says, how far? How far is Jaya's house from where to where? From Jaya's house to the library. That means the question mark is over here. Right, how do you find the distance from Jaya's house to the library? So you definitely need a few things, right? The first thing you want is your speed, and then the second thing that you need is your time. Does that make sense? Okay. Time, you already have it. Do you have the speed? Do you have the speed? You know Jaya's speed, right? Jaya's speed is how much? 70 meters per minute, right? So we talk about Jaya's. Okay, so I put J's speed. All right, J's speed is 70 meters per minute. J's time is actually goes to 16 minutes. So therefore, we can find J's distance. All right, that gives me 70 times 16, and therefore my answer for this question has to be 1120 meter.